What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So the day has finally arrived. I was able to unlock my Darth Malak this week, and as promised, I am going to do a light side and dark side guide for you guys. Hopefully it will be helpful when you get to the point where you're unlocking your Darth Malak. So we'll hop over and get that started. But before we do, if this is your first time on the channel or have been watching and have not hit that sub button down below, please consider doing that for some more videos, guides, everything SWGOH in the future. All right, let's hop over and take a look. The first thing I wanted to do is show you the teams that I'm going in with. Now, obviously, relics have come out since this event was originally put in, and it has made the event quite a bit easier than what you would have to do at Gear 12. There's a little bit more strategy involved. So if you're doing it at lower levels, I am going to tell you what the strategies are to make sure that you're able to get through the event. So for my JKR lineup, I've got a relic, JKR, and Jolie. So that's going to make it quite a bit easier for the survivability standpoint and damage output as well. If you notice, I don't have the Zeta on mission either. That is one thing that a lot of people have going into this event, and can be helpful, especially with damage output, but it also can be a detriment sometimes if you're calling an assist and you're pushing Malak too far in the damage when you don't want to. So that's kind of a hit or miss Zeta, but definitely a good one to have if you do have it. And then down here, I do have 3 relics on my Darth Revan squad, which I think is going to make it quite a bit easier to get through. Now, this is something that I do think is going to be common for newer players coming into this, because these are teams that you're going to want to invest in. You're probably going to go into this with some relics for the most part. And then Karth and Canderous, which aren't all that useful in this event side of the event, are at the normal gear levels for this event going in. So let's hop over and take a look at the event itself. We will start off with the light side here. All right. I will say this is definitely one of the cooler events, especially when it comes to the thought process of getting through this, for sure. So let's just go through the initial things that you need to know going into this. So Darth Malak gets these stacks of Dark Rage, and the way that you handle that is you either kill robots or you kill some of these Jedi over here in the stasis fields. You don't want him to get to 30 stacks. If he does, then you're gonna have some major problems. So the goal is try to keep him around 10 stacks or below. Is very helpful as you go through this. And then the stasis fields, these are things that he can absorb if he gets to 50% health, and he will take these buffs if he gets them. So the goal is to try to take these out and not allow him to have these buffs. So this one, for example, gives him critical hit immunity and defense up until the end of the battles. This one gives him tenacity until the end of the encounter. And then this one over here will give him an extra stack of Dark Infusion, which is something you definitely don't want him to have. And then this last one gives him speed up, offense up, and critical damage up until the end of the things. Now, if he does get one of these, it's not the end of the world. And the ones that are less important to me are the 2 over here, because with Malak, if you critical hit him, you get feared. If you have a damage over time on him, you get feared. So these actually cut down on the amount of fears that you get. So the 2 that I worry the most about getting out first are the 2 to the left side here, and then I will focus on these 2. Now, for the original strategy for this, if you're not going in with relics, is to have mission, or not mission, but Zalabar putting out armor shreds. You want to get about 4 or 5 stacks before you initially go after him when all the stasis fields are down. So that is what you want to do if you're going to play that out. And what you want to do that is go back and forth killing these robots, hop in and kill these stasis fields when you can, and then work your way up to 4 or 5 stacks before you go in. So let's hop in, and we will get started here by taking out these robots first. When they do respawn, they don't have this protection on them. So one of the nice things about that is, you know, it takes less to get them out the next go around. Now with me, I'm pushing all of my assist over to JKR because he's relic. Now, if you're going in this with Gear 12 and you have the Zeta on mission here, then call assist on Zalabar, because it's going to call an assist from mission as well, which is going to be putting out quite a bit of damage. So the main thing with these is you want to make sure that you're putting out the highest amount of damage that you can. And then with the strategic advantage. I'm swapping that back and forth mainly between Bastila and JKR. Now you can go here and throw some blinds up on him as well. Now if you do that, you are going to get feared there, so just know that that is coming. All right, we got an armor shred landed here. I try to go single target here for the most part and not use the AoEs, just because you don't want to have some extra damage going out on Malak, and then you don't want to kind of go all in on some of these, because if he does go below 50%, he goes after the one with the lowest amount of health. You kind of want to control it and make sure if he does go in or hit that mark that he's going after the one that you want him to go after. Now I like to go after this one first so he doesn't get another stack of Dark Infusion. I try to go ahead and make this, make it through one of them pretty quick here. You don't want, try to keep his stacks down quite a bit. Let's go ahead and hop over and take out a robot real quick, get those stacks back down. Use a mark here. Buffs back over to Revan. And then when you take one of these out, it does give him taunt, so just kind of be careful when you're doing that. I like to use Jolie to remove, get some cleanses going. And right here, I'm just trying to make sure I get around that taunt without doing damage to him. Go ahead and take out another robot, and then we will go after another stasis field here. Push this over to Revan, should take down a bot here. Then we'll start working towards this one here. Go ahead and mark this one. Hopefully we can get it down quite quickly. Should get it down. Alright, I gotta hit him here. Alright, taunt's gone again. I am gonna go ahead and throw another armor shred over here on to Malak. Let's go ahead and take a robot down. Probably take both of them down to go ahead and get some stacks back down before we go after some of these other ones over here. Also will allow us some time as well to go ahead and maybe get another stack of armor shred before we go after taking him out in the end. Alright, so we got him down back to 8 stacks. So let's go ahead and go after this one here. Because at the end, a really good big hit is kind of nice to be able to get, even if it does give fear. Ah, man, I should have removed that taunt there. I didn't realize that he grabbed the taunt. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and heal up Zalabar here. Alright, let's go ahead and get this down to drop some stacks. Then let's go after some robots. Ah, man, that was a mistake on my part there. Sometimes the taunt comes up and I just don't notice it. So be careful with his taunts. Trying to get his stacks back down before we go after these last ones, and then can go all out on him. Alright, see about getting maybe another couple of robots down real quick. Get another... it's marked. I'm gonna have to wait on that armor shred. Push this back over here. All right, now we're going to start going after this one, and then we'll have another armor shred waiting here. All right, let's get this armor shred over on him. All right, let's go ahead and heal up Zalabar here. Go over here and mark the stasis field, and we should be able to go after him. I would like to have a little bit lower stacks, but we should be okay. All right, going in at 12 is not terrible. All right, so now he starts doing his dark infusions, and I'm just gonna push all out on him. Do all assists for JKR here. All right, and then let's go over here to Bastila. Getting close. I dodged it. All right, let's mark here. And we got him down. So I think we would have actually 3-starred that had a mission not have missed there. So but that's how you do it. I think 3 armor stacks is really good if you're going in with the level JKR that I've got. 4 or 5 is probably better. Just kind of keep working through that. Keep those main stacks down on him. All right, let's hop over and take a look at the dark side. The good news here is this one seems to be quite a bit easier than the light side is. You don't have to play around with getting those armor shreds to be able to get through the damage that it needs to take Malak down. You're just putting out a lot more of that with Darth Revan, Bastila, HK. It really makes this one quite a bit easier to get through. The same principles still apply. You're going to want to make sure you keep his stacks down. You're going to want to make sure that you're working through these stasis fields, but it's just a lot faster and a lot easier to get through. So let's start off with the robots like we did before. You can throw out some debuffs and fears, definitely helpful here. I do like going with an AoE right off the bat here. It does do a lot of damage to those robots and allows you to go ahead and start working on those stasis fields a little bit faster. And I kind of just limit that to HKs to begin with, and then go ahead and work through getting the rest of these robots down. Now with this one, I like going after this crit immunity one first because I'm not really worried about crit immunity. I want some big hits on him, so if it crits and I get a fear, it's not the biggest thing in the world. So I want to make sure that he's not able to get that. All right, finally got that one down. Gonna be stuck behind a taunt here. All right, since I'm gonna be doing a lot of damage anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and use Wild Lightning. This should do some major damage to these robots here. And he did grab one, so he got the Dark Infusion. That's not necessarily one that I want him to have, but let's go ahead and take out this damage one here. See, the nice thing about this one is you just keep the stacks on him down so much easier. All right, let's go ahead and get this one down. All right, see, now we're already at the end here, and now it's just going to be powering through him, which is quite a bit easier to do with this team. All right, big hit here, and he's down. So this one is, like I said, so much easier than the light side is. But that is it, guys. Congratulations, you've got your Darth Malak. The big thing is just making sure you're taking down those stasis and then keeping those stacks down. You want to keep those buffs away from Malak. And then keep those stacks down. That is it. Hopefully this guy was helpful, and I will see you guys in the next video.